remember jumping out of Honda. And they said, "Goddamn, Mike, you jumping out of Honda?" But I was taking goddamn like I think eight or nine bands in the bank. I said, "Yeah." I said, "I'm buying houses. I ain't buying cars no more." You know, I'm trying to get something. You know, and it wasn't a shame or nothing, but it's just like I had got to one of my life. I didn't give a fuck what you saw me jumping out of. I'm getting to some money. You know what I mean? Like because I understood when you don't have money, man. They treat you bad. They treat you up, man. They treat you bad, man. You know what I mean? They talk to you bad. They handle you bad. You know what I mean? So I understood then. You know, have something and have. You know, so I saw a John Goodman clip. I don't know what movie it's from, but he talked about, you know, getting your little $1 or $2 million living off your 5, 8, 6 years. Having fuck you money. Like, you know, I'm rich. Fuck you. I don't need nothing. I got everything I ever wanted. I got. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm at that point in my life where not you, but the control. So let me go make Michael. I don't want to chase the trend. I don't want to try to imitate what young people are doing. I don't want to try to swag, swipe, steal. I wanted to give you what the product of 50 years of hip hop is, and that's me. You know what I'm saying? That's a kid. I got introduced to hip hop with my mama. She was only 16 years older than me, so she would listen to Curtis Blow. She would listen to Houdini. She would listen to Run and D-Them. So, you know, I'm right there with her. Like, man, this jam. I was with Roxanne Shante today. She made me want to do. I seen this 15-year-old girl rapping her ass. I'm like, oh, I got to
hard with the bars.
Then she sent my mama a signed picture, not like a picture like that you take and get the code and get developed. To me, I still got that picture in my book, in my little photo book. We, you know what I mean? Like when her movie dropped, I took it, I showed it to her. Like we on the phone crying, like, hey man, she's like, hey man, your mama was real. Like I know, like this kept me going. So for me, man, I just, you know, you got to keep pushing. I don't know why people didn't give me a chance, but I'm glad that the people who did gave me a chance. Cause man, I got a fervent group of disciples out there like Boosie daughter was. I told y'all, and they did, you know? So my thing is, man, maybe the generation that my albums or I was always trying to rap to finally slowed down and listened. And said, damn, this is what I've been missing. But I've always shown up on features and showed out and did what I'm supposed to do. But now they have to listen to that album and they have to understand that this album is not just Mike's autobiography, it's my autobiography. Every man in this room that had a moment in the bathroom where he had to look in that mirror and cry. Because he knew something what he had to push through was hard. It was damn near insurmountable. But he had to do it. He had to take care of that woman. He had to take care of them children. He had to take care of his mama, his grandmama. He had to take care of his aunt. You know, I remember my grandfather died. My sister Shonda, she teased me about crying on stage. She's my baby sister. She put her hands on my back. She said, hey, man, you know, go on and get it all out now because tomorrow you the leader of this family. That was 20 years ago. I didn't know how to lead myself out the strip club. How the fuck I'm gonna lead a family?
My next question was, how did that feel?
It felt overwhelmingly scary. But over the course of the next 20 years, I figured it out. You know what I'm saying? You know, I figured it out. So for me, man, I'm blessed that God has preserved me to keep me. You know, looking handsome, dressing fly, smelling good, and with something to say, rapping. You know, and I'm blessed that people finally took the time to listen because it's truly a blessing.
But we know it's not financial because like you said, you got everything you want. Many people, many rappers will speak from the perspective of once I get the bag, I'm gone. Like you'll never see me here again. I'm here for the bread and that's all she wrote. Jay might be the biggest cap of all when it comes to that. Cause
Jay is gone from competing in the regular ho-hum rap though. But when that motherfucker show a verse, don't act like Andre 3000 on the nigga show up and dazzle y'all. that nigga Jay showed up with that Cali shit. Nigga was like, God damn, cuz still got it. You fucking right. But he realizes he is just important in the boardroom as he is as a product the boardroom is selling. And I admire him for that. And I respect him for that. You know what I mean?
No, there's no disrespect, but I see the fact that... I don't think you
disrespect. I'm just saying, I admire and respect his ability to say, hey, I'm still an artist, I can do this. But he understands the art of business and works it in a way that is beneficial and it grows other people opportunities. And I've always been a fan of that because I'm from a city where that's what I saw. Like Google the people you hear me rapping about. Google Herman Russell. Google Alonzo Herman. You can't Google cue ball. You know what I'm saying? You can't Google Charlie Cato, but ask somebody about, you know from Atlanta. So for me, I am a fan of I'm a fan of black people doing and growing, and I cheer for it. Even if I don't always, people disagree with it. Oh, he sells liquor, and they're like, yeah, fucking Jack Daniels been selling liquor 100 years. And a black man taught him how to do it.
Uncle Nearest.
Yeah, so my thing is stop complaining and buy another liquor, get some earning Uncle Nearest. Like, my grandfather told me that. I think, man, I was so blessed in the education that I got because it was so common folk. It was like reading a Zora Neale Hurston book, The Eyes of Watching God and Musing Men. When you read those books, she wrote in the black colloquial terms that black Southerners talked in. So, my grandfather, he said, hey, man, white boy got that Jack Daniels, man. All right, I'm gonna tell you. A black boy taught him how to do liquor. And I'm like, what? I'm like, Greg, get the fuck out. You know what I mean? I'm just like, I ain't never heard that with granddaddy. But what did my granddaddy do? Besides drive dump trucks and take care of my grandmother, he hauled liquor. His brother-in-law brewed the liquor. He hauled the liquor to Atlanta. His cousin Shot had the Shot House. So he knew liquor. He knew alcohol. And he, before they ever admitted it, had already told me. So when it came out that Nearest Green, the person who had helped Jack learn how to properly make whiskey, was that little black man in the picture with the hat on it. And I said, God damn, Bert was right. And it made me believe even more what he said,
I want to get back to the music real quick. So you've done some very memorable features. Yeah. One in particular, which is one of my favorites out of many, is Poppin' Tags.
Yeah,
Jay-Z, Big Boy, Twista on Blueprint 2. How did that even come about, and were you guys in the studio?
Man, fucking crazy, man. Like, I was on the tour bus with Outkast, and Big came and said, hey, man, that boy Ho just called. He said he wanted, he got this feature, Poppin' Tags. He said, I told him I don't think Dre really in no feature right now. He said, no, I want the young boy. I want the boy Killer Mike y'all got over there. And Shanti Dawes, who's now left the music industry to start a beautiful mental health campaign called Silence the Shame. Shanti took me to Jay-Z's studio. What was it, Baseline?
Baseline, yeah.
Took me to Baseline. I met Jay there. We chopped it up, talked. I didn't record it until I got back home. I think I was just on nerves, like, all right. But when Big told me about it, I went to the back of the bus to my old little time porch, and I just started writing right there. But the beat was fire. I went, and originally I was right behind Jay. And if you hear, they clipped it, and I think they put Twista in between us.
Yeah, they did.
I think I showed the fuck out, so I was just like, get that young boy, you little too hungry. Really bad down the line song. But I'll tell you, past that, man, I really understood how cool he was when I was standing at MTV, and I'm standing in the cut like this, and I see him coming down the hallway with damn near like a ticker tape parade, like 20 folks around him. He just a darling. Them folks at MTV was like, oh my God. Host in the building, you know what I'm saying? and he was walking past. Now I was trying to step away. He stopped. He said, "Man, you ain't gonna speak to me? I put you on my album and everything." I was like, "Oh shit!" I was like, "Man, my bad." And that's when I was like, "Man, dude, really is still who he is." So I be tripping out there when I wake up, get up, moving around, see a text from him just out of nowhere. Peace, God. I seen what you did. Just sending some encouragement your way. He's still a very grounded, cool human being. You know what I mean? I appreciate all the love and encouragement, because as I was making the record, we sent it to him early, and he sent back some real positive notes, and just he sent back a great compliment. He was like, it feels like I went to my cousin's house and watched a movie. And when you go to your auntie house, you can watch shit your mama not gonna let you watch. You know what I'm saying? You can watch Fresh, Sugar Hill, you know what I mean? All that shit, all that dope what shit, that teacher shit, So I really was honored by it, and it kept us going through. I think that was about a year ago. He might have sent that compliment through, but and we delivered. Me and Cuz locked in that studio, and we got it. We gave you an audio movie.
It's hot for trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rappers. Got bars, I can hang with the backpackers. Trap star, I don't hang with the backpackers. I'm in the hood with the work, you heard. Making fiends leave earth, you heard. Got your baby mama thirst, you heard. Feel the flow, nigga, throw it in reverse. This the wave you need to surf, you heard.